Okay, super quick and dirty explanation of some D1 full flag publish setups. Gonna show like 3 or 4 probably. If you're targeting low remainder, and if you want to save like 3 or 4, potentially even 5 frame rules with the full flag glitch, then I'll show some that work for that first, and then I'll show the other one I do because it's like safer, but it saves too easily. So first thing to know is that when you come, when you're right here, you want to hold A and then push start, and that lets you pick what entrance frame you enter on. You'll have to know how to get on the right frame rule because you have to set the exact RNG seed. But anyway, separate topic. The first one I'm going to show you works on entrance values 3 through 9, which means remainder 1 through 7, I guess. You can see 9 is kind of doesn't, I wouldn't say that works. So really 3 through 8 and 4 you can see is like 1 pixel better. It's like if the wind pushes you on the exact frame that you touch the wall, then you get clipped farther in and it's good. And this setup only works because of like crazy interaction between like the strong wind switching to the weak wind at a certain time and like really perfect alignment with Mario and stuff. It's kind of a miracle that setups like this work at all on this many frames in a row. But yeah, it's a very fast setup. So I'm going to enter on, well, first I'll enter on 3. And the tough thing is, you have to do this part, no slowdown. This is the hardest thing about going for the fast setups, is that low remainder especially, it's just really hard to get past this Koopa. Oh, I think early jump made it a lot easier, so yeah. But then, yeah, you can see it's like kind of hard to clear the stairs after that. The beginning's like pretty hard for these setups, but anyway. So you full jump here onto those bricks and then run off. You're gonna hold down plus right and jump like in the middle here. And you see I have F7 flashing. That will let you clip. So it's right. It's like when Mario covers, like fully covers the cloud there. And then you see this dot on the ground? Mario's standing on it right there. Here, let's get rid of this wind if we can. I can't. Anyway, it's this white dot right here I'm standing on. You jump when he's right past it, right here. So right there. It's so fast if you get it. Like, this is so fast. Quadruple save. Pretty sure. 55. Yeah, I think it's quad save. I don't remember. I mean, based on how fast I went, I feel like it just that has to be quad. Like that. What is going on? This is like Quint speed clipping. Like that was so fast. It was just crazy. I'm like, I feel like I used to be so bad at this clip. I mean, maybe I am. That's okay. Yes, this really shows the struggle of doing this strat, and it's why I stopped. Because sometimes it's just amazing, and other times you just struggle to clip. And like, if you can get in, it's great. It's a fantastic strat. So fast, but it's like hard to clip consistently. I don't know if it's left press timing or just like initial left press timing is a lot of it, probably. Maybe you could even like optimize sub speed for it. I don't really know. But past that, the actual like left taps to stay in the wall are very particular. But clearly, like, the initial clip matters a lot, because look at that. Anyway, I'm sure that's quad, but yeah, so that's one setup. Quickly, I'll show you. If you enter on, so the hammer bros are gonna look pretty much the same all the time. They're just gonna look like this, and they'll just kind of pull out a hammer a little bit after they land. But look at the, oh, what? Watch this. Is this one? I think the bottom guy is gonna throw a hammer. Bottom guy throws a hammer like immediately when he comes on screen. That means you know you have 5. You can't really do too much with that info, but you at least know, like, okay, I'm on 5. Sometimes you can kind of like vary when you press left or like how you do the ending based on your exact frame, but this is the one you want to look for. If you see 4 is when top guy throws a hammer. See that? He instantly throws a hammer when he comes on screen. If you see this, juicy, juicy, because that is, this is where you get the extra pixel push on the way in. And it's glorious. Here we go. Look at that. Quintuple. That's quintuple rule. Yeah. So if you have 4, like, you know, quint is possible, dude. It's kind of crazy. Look at that. It's just so fast. But anyway, so that's one setup. Works on 3 through 8. So you probably want to practice all of them, because when like 8 feels different than 3, and I don't know, 5 is probably like harder than 3, and there's a lot of factors to it. But anyway, here's a different one. If you don't like the fact that R0, or like the 2 entrance value, doesn't work, you can do this instead. Or if you here's what I would usually do, actually. So if you feel like you went slow, like, oh, I think I just barely got the frame rule, what you can do, you're like, that felt kind of slow. I don't know. Like, I think it barely got the frame rule. Oh, top guy threw a hammer. Okay, so I actually know I have 4. I'm going to do the faster setup. But if you come in here and you don't see one of them throw a hammer, then you know, oh, I'm pretty sure I went, like, neither of them threw a hammer, so I must be slower than 4. Because, like, they throw hammers on 4 and 5. So basically, if you think you went slower than 5 and he doesn't throw a hammer, you know you must be on 3 or 2. So you could switch to this setup just in case it's 2. So this one's basically the same thing. You just jump later. And it's the exact frame before he switches to walking speed. So if you jump and he goes to walking speed, that's too late. But it's the last frame before he switches to walking speed. And you'll get D5 flashing. Yeah, so this works on like 2 through 7. Sometimes you just go in there, dude. I don't know. This is the toughest thing, because like sometimes I'm like 1 pixel away from being in, but then Mario just slowly like walks out. Anyway, I'm really bad at the actual jump to the pole today right now, but yeah, so I hope that makes sense, how you can kind of like pick which setup you do based on what hammer bro pattern you see. And I think the hammer bro thing, throwing at the start, should be consistent across frame rules. Like, they'll do different things, you know, they might be like on bottom and mid instead of mid and top, But it's always like the closer guy throws a hammer on 4 and the farther guy throws a hammer on 5. That should be consistent. What probably won't be consistent is like the bros near the end here. Like on certain frame rules, you're not going to be able to do this strat because they're just going to like be in the way or throw a hammer at you or something. So something to keep in mind. This is frame rule 679, just so you know. If you do 679 and you save quad, you save 4 frame rules from this, or you save 3 plus do like D2 spring, then you'll get a good Potaboo in D4, a good Bowser pattern. So that's why I'm on this one. But anyway, if we go to the title screen, there's another one you can do, which I don't remember exactly what this works on. It might work on like 4 through A or 9, like 4 through 9, 5 through A. Like basically, if you think you went fast, you can do this one. So I'm gonna pick like 9. This one's almost even more of a preference thing than anything. So you full jump onto this block and then run off, and then there's like this brown spot on the ground. You hold down plus right, just this brown spot right here. You hold down plus right and jump just like a couple frames later. Get F7. I think it's I think this setup's E6. Yeah, I think E6 is the one that works. So yeah, it should be set up now. So 3 different options for low remainder right there for you. You know, maybe like the hammer bros don't work at the end on your frame rule. You want to do this one at the start instead. Some of the setups, it feels like you have to jump earlier at the end or you hit wall jump pixel, and this is one of them where it feels like you'll hit it unless you jump like a frame earlier. It's kind of weird, but there was some reason I liked this setup for a bit, so there it is if you're interested. The other thing is I'm gonna go a couple of frame rules back, and then I like this setup. To save 2 frame rules, and it doesn't matter what frame you enter here, or it does, sorry. This works 2 through C, so remainder 0 through remainder 12, like the bottom half. Never mind. Let me find. Sorry, I have actually found like double-digit number of setups. So let me find the one I'm looking for again. I think this is it. And it works 2 through H. I don't know. So the reason I like this, it only saves 2 frame rules, but the clip is so free and the start is easy too, because you buffer a jump and that makes it so this Koopa is like super easy. But what this setup is you run to like, I don't know if it's this brown spot, and then you jump and you full jump into these blocks actually. So yeah, it's gonna be this one, pretty sure. Now it's a 3 frame window to full jump into the block. And then you will run off here and walk, and then re-hold B after this pipe. But yeah, I don't know. Like the first frame of the 3, even after doing that, you need to like down plus right for 1 frame to lose a subpixel. But anyway, if you do all of that, it's like the greatest clip ever, and you save 2 frame rules. Anyway, so yeah, the goal, this is like easiest possible, save 2 frame rules. Like the beginning's easy, the setup is easy, and the clip is easy, save 2 frame rules. Works on a ton of frames. So the options are basically really easy strat that saves 2 frame rules, or harder strat, you know, smaller window to enter, hard beginning, bounce off the Koopa, and getting past the stairs. Frame perfect setup, really hard clip, but if you get it, saves like 4 frame rules. So those are the options, and I need to make some like really well put together info dump about everything I figured out about this, but that's like some of the info to get out to you for now. Have a good one.